Downtown St. George's is where we're at right now. It's a little overcast, but that's actually quite nice, and it's warm. It only rained for probably 10 minutes last night. Anyway, so this is one of the major ports in Bermuda, St. George's. King's Wharf is where we're at. As you can see, the cruise ships come in there. And this is one of the many little streets that is in downtown St. George's. It's about 2 blocks wide and probably about 4 or 5 blocks long. This is Water Street right here. Very nice. Okay, so that basically was our vacation. It was pretty short. It was essentially a long weekend in Bermuda. It was awesome, as it is every time I've come here. I gotta come back more often. We are at Temptations. I don't know whether this shows as a mirror image or not, but I apologize anyway. The reason I'm saying this is it's a awesome coffee place. We're gonna get like a breakfast sandwich, some coffee, that sort of thing. It's a little bit before 9. And the other thing I wanted to say is as far as renting a scooter, you're gonna read stuff online about it's dangerous and all of this. It's only dangerous if you're an idiot. The motorbikes are they're 2-cycle, but they come with oil, so you just have to add gas. But I wanted to give a really great shout out to this place, if for no other reason than at least the one here in St. George's is the woman who works there, Sandra, is awesome, and happy birthday to her. But also, there's 4 locations on the islands, and they're everywhere. The cool thing is, like, one of them's at a gas station, and a couple of the others are very close to where you would be as a tourist. So that's really great. So anyway, so we're gonna wait here, and then the woman at the bike rental place even called us a taxi, so they're gonna be here to pick us up around 11. Taxi from St. George's to the airport, and I mean, arguably the airport is on St. Peter's where we were. But even from the airport to our Airbnb in St. Peter's, and I'll show you a map of where it was not more than probably, I don't know, 10-15 minute drive, and that was about, with a tip, it would have been about $20. We dropped off our bags real quick, and then I had him drive us here down to the market, which is right over there, which is Summers Supermarket here in St. George, and we got a whole bunch of groceries. I'll actually show you a picture of the receipt because some of the stuff was just hilariously expensive. But we had a wonderful time, and when the cab dropped us off, that was about $30 with tip, like 27 something. So you know, that can add up. And I'll tell you, if you're going not even from one end to the other, but if you're going like half that distance, and you do that, you know, there and back twice a day, that will be the price of renting a motorbike. So it's much more financially, beneficial to get the motorbike. Comes with helmets, and the one that we got actually for 3 days, and like I said, it ended up being $67 a day, and that included, returning it with however much gas I wanted to. We did fill up one time. We were at about probably a quarter of a tank, and to fill it up, it took 4 liters, which was let's see, it's $9 for 4 liters, so a lot. But whatever. I mean, it's not like they refine fuel here. So anyway, it was just awesome. I love Bermuda. The prices can be a little bit distracting, but you're on vacation, right? So everything is like always more expensive. So anyway, I'm back to Temptations. We're gonna finish our breakfast, then we're heading off to the airport. And it's Mike's from livemyassoff.com saying, I hope you're living the dream, because if you are not living the dream, you're doing it wrong. Ciao. So we just made it through customs, but they don't like me to do this. But anyway, we're here way early, as we always are. And we are Delta 328 to Boston, leaving at 2:40. And as we got up here, Gracie looked at her stamp. And the way foreigners into the U.S., obviously, with their passport and a proper visa, they get a stamp. And on that stamp, it says the day you came in and the day you're supposed to leave. and the guy forgot to stamp on it the day she was supposed to leave. So she noticed that, which is awesome. And it's funny because I know that I have buddies like in Thailand and they do videos and stuff. JC from RetiredSheep.Asia, for example. And he's like, before you walk away from the immigration person, Customs and Immigration, make sure you have a date on there. And of course I'm thinking, well, yeah, well maybe you have to double check it in Thailand, but clearly in the US they'll do it. But everyone makes mistakes, right? So it was cool. We went down to the TSA folks, and they graciously took her passport over to, I guess, immigration, and then got the stamp so she can stay here now. March 2019. So that's pretty, or January 2019, sorry. 6 months from basically right now. The cool thing there is that she'll probably stay through, probably change her flight, which will be great, because now she doesn't have to leave August 27th. Awesome. But what I also want to say is that, I get that a lot of people are like frustrated and they're sometimes, oh, we're going this way? Okay. Frustrated and sometimes annoyed, potentially, at the TSA folks. I will tell you that all the TSA folks here in Bermuda were excellent. In fact, the one woman who was, the first person you sort of interface with, that checks your ticket and double checks your ID. She was very pleasant. The second woman who sort of guides your items into the X-ray machine, right? She says, "Didn't I see you at Clearwater Beach?" And it was so awesome. So I don't know if you guys, follow me on Facebook or whatever. Not many people do, but there was a live shot that we did, and we were just eating pizza, sitting at this bench, we're looking at the beach. And she goes, "Yeah, I was the woman with the kids." And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's like so cool." So they all smiled, and they were all incredibly pleasant. Now, you could argue, well, yeah, but they're in Bermuda. Of course, they're in a good mood. Well, don't forget, they're also making sure that like the right people get into the U.S. and on the plane safely. So, just because they're in a beautiful spot doesn't mean they can't do their job correctly and be pleasant. So I will just say that. But thank you very much, Bermuda. Everything here was absolutely awesome, with the exception of the cab drivers. Our initial cab drivers were, I think, just simply disappointed that I didn't give him like $1,000 tip. So we're leaving on Delta, and we'll be home about 3-something. And then commuter rail Greenbush line up to West Hingham, down to West Hingham, and we'll be heading back to San Diego. So thanks for joining us on the journey. Talk to you soon. Ciao.